By the end of this video, you're gonna hit shots like this. As you know, there's only one-shot sniper in this entire game. And if you didn't know, the only one-shot sniper that we do currently have right now is the Katt-AMR, or AKA, as I like to call it, the Pussycat. And I'm about to show you the build to this weapon, but before I show you the build, you really need to look at what people overlook all the time, and that's the perks for this particular build. So if you didn't know already, the Katt-AMR is a very heavy weapon, so to move, you need to put perks on that let you move quickly. Therefore, we're using this perk package for our sniper loadout. First thing you want to use is sleight of hand because the magazine on this weapon only holds 5 rounds. So you need to be able to reload quickly. On top of that, and one of the things I think is the most important perk for this loadout is indeed focus, so that you have the advantage of holding your breath longer. Then on top of that, as we mentioned, we do need to move fast. So we have perk slot number 3, which is Stalker. I didn't notice an absolutely huge difference, but I did notice a bit of a difference when using this perk for my ADS. This perk will help. And then last but not least, bullets you fire briefly mark an enemy for you and your squad. Hitting the enemy from further away increases the mark time. So that's good to know. So basically, when you do shoot someone with Combat Scout equipped, it'll leave a red dot on the top of their head for not only you to see, but your teammates as well. Now that you know the perks that you need to be using for this sniper loadout, let's go ahead and look at the build you need to be using for the Katt-AMR. But while we go ahead and load the Katt-AMR up, go ahead and hit subscribe so that you don't miss any more helpful information like this. And also like the video and share to a friend if you want to help them out. Or if you want to stay competitive with said friend, maybe don't share it to them. Let's get into it. So let's start this build off with the optic. And the optic you want to go with is the DS Farsight 11. And the reason you want to go with the Farsight 11 is shown here. If you go into filters and you select mobility, this is the only optic that's going to pop up. And that's because it is in fact the most mobile. As you can see here, it does have 2 optical zooms. You have 4.0 magnification and 8.7 magnification. And you will find out that actually is very helpful when getting engaged with close range engagements or mid-range engagements so that you can zoom out or zoom in depending on the situation you're in. And you'll see here that range is quite high, accuracy is quite high, our mobility and handling is still a bit low, but that is the best we're going to get with the Farsight 11 because this weapon is so heavy. The next attachment you should be throwing on this rifle is the quick bolt. Let's watch this and find out why. Here we have an engagement with the duo team. I see the guy on the left, my teammate sees the guy on the right, but while he's reloading, I'm able to shoot the guy on the left and then quickly rechamber my bullet and take out the guy on the right. Let's watch that in real time.
Yep. Oh, he just poked his head out.
Downed one here. Downed another one, team wipe. Oh, fuck. One thing to know about this bolt is it will reduce your accuracy a little bit, but this weapon is already pretty accurate anyways, as you can tell from the video and the clips that I will show after I show you this build. You do, however, have the option to go with the other bolt, which gives you more accuracy, but let's face it, we need fire rate on this weapon. So that's why you should choose the quick bolt. The ammunition is very important, and the ammunition you want to go with is the 50 caliber high grain rounds because they give you accuracy and range, and that's something we're lacking because of other attachments that we put on this weapon. You'll see here that our pros are bullet velocity and damage range, but we do have a bit of recoil, which is not that big of a deal. It gives us just a little bit of tick of a red, but our range is a good bit better. So this is why you want to go with the 50 cal high grain rounds. The next attachment we're going to be talking about is the barrel, and the barrel you want to use is the 24-inch short barrel. It's a bit less accurate, but it helps you to be able to get out of sticky situations like you're going to see here. As you notice, I was aimed down sight and then someone started shooting at me from an angle that I didn't see them from. So I was able to switch to my secondary weapon very quickly and get out of the way so that I combat this enemy. And I think you'll see a clear reason why we go with this barrel. Aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed are all in the green. You got a little damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, and firing aiming stability, but that's why we use the perk to hold our breath longer. And that is why we use this barrel for mobility, because this weapon needs mobility. And last, but certainly not least, you want to throw a suppressor on this rifle, and this one's going to help us with accuracy. And the silencer I'm talking about is the Talon 16 silencer. This one holds strong, and it's why you should be using it on your pussycat. You'll see here, it gives us a little accuracy and a bit of recoil control. It does mess with us for mobility and handling, but that's why we have all of the other attachments that I've already talked about. So let's go all the way back to the beginning of this thing and see how these attachments help us out with this rifle. You'll see here demonstrating movement in the perks we used, how fast I got from my primary to my secondary, which is my sniper. We then automatically go into tac sprint, hit a slide, load around into our chamber, aim down sight, get him in the crosshairs, and take a sweet juicy shot. If you like this style of video, go ahead and like it and subscribe to not miss any other videos like this. And if you need to level up your weapons, check out this video. And if you still want the mastery camos, you definitely want to check out this video and every video in that series.